The studio, it can be good when it has its moments. But when they produce absolute garbage, it's hard not to talk about them in a video where I'm gonna scream. Not just about the bad ones, but there are some excellent pieces that belong in the Museum of Animation. But the studio can make great things. Illumination has the potential, but no, we gotta make movies for babies. And then there's these movies that it's just like, when's the last time you saw a movie that's rated G? Just think back. I have your answer, the Paw Patrol movie. And I'm surprised that didn't get, I'm surprised when it got rated G. That was the last movie, that was 2 years ago, guys. 2 years have passed since we got a G-rated movie. As far as I know, correct me in the comments. But this franchise makes movies that are meant for kids, but supposed to appeal for adults. Let's just get right into number 13. Do you guys want to sit through some agony when you're babysitting kids? Put on The Secret Life of Pets 2. You're sure to not get paid enough for watching this piece of garbage. What? How did you go from a non-successful first movie, decide to make a sequel on it? And it all happened so fast. Max and Duke are two dogs living with an owner. She meets this fat dude who falls in love, and then they have a child, and Max is worried about him growing up and then leaving him, and he's just scared of other things he can do. They go on this road trip where they meet the dog named Rooster? What is going on? What is happening? How do we get from, I'm protecting this little child, to a dog named Rooster? And what is the deal with the tiger and the rabbit as a superhero? What is going on? What is happening? What is going on with this movie? What made Illumination think that this would be a good sequel? What happened to the first? Nothing has changed. The old dog who Pops, I don't know. I haven't watched I didn't rewatch this movie. This movie sucks. I'm not rewatching it for this video. I rewatched pretty much all of the Pixar movies to make that video. Not doing it for this one because this movie sucks. Pops just barely shows up for a weird scene with Pickles pooping in the shoe. That's the funniest part. That made me laugh out loud. But no, that's the only part that made me laugh. That's the reason that this, if that didn't happen, this movie wouldn't be on the list. It would just be too sucky for this list. Why? Just why? Leave me alone to die in my agony. Leave me alone to die. It's probably going to happen anyway watching this movie. And then Rooster teaches Max to be afraid, to not be scared. But then Max is itching a lot. He has to get a cone. Don't be scared of your cone, Maxie. What is going on? I hate everything with that villain that has only something to do with the rabbit and the weird Queen Would Ever Wannabe dog. Okay? And then, what is his name? What's the tiger's name? Foo? Is that what his name is? That's a Mario character. I don't know. But, Kevin Hart, he was actually pretty good. Same as the first movie. Let's just move on before I break something. Now, the first one was actually a little bit better than the second one. I like Kevin Hart's performance still, but the quest just makes no sense. It's the same as Toy Story, but just without the funny characters. Toy Story got a 2, this one gets a 12. That's not a good thing. But it's so Max is this dog with his owner, and then they get a new dog named Duke, the big brown one over here. Oh, but they don't like each other, and they get lost on this weird thing with the animals because Max ran off with Duke. So now the Jenny Slate dog has to team up with the other animals to find him. Let's stay on that subject for a minute. Jenny Slate dog finds a hawk to track down Max. He finds a sewer cat and apparently knows where he is. So then she has to recruit all of her friends. It's a kids movie. We gotta have our friends with us to go find an old dog who can help track him down. What was the point of the hawk? Huh? Tell me, what is the point of the hawk? If all we're gonna do is find another old dog who can help you, just get rid of the hawk. What is wrong with you? Get rid of the hawk. What? Why? What's with the hawk anyway? Like, oh my gosh. Like, this movie makes no sense, just like its sequel. This franchise is like what these animals do in their off time. Make it a Pixar movie, I would love it. But Illumination has to ruin every single thing they touch. Except for the movies they didn't ruin, which all the movies ahead are actually way better than this franchise. Now, this franchise, if you have a copy of The Secret Life of Pets or The Secret Life of Pets 2, follow these instructions. If you're watching on phone, carry this with you. Are you ready? Hold it up in front of me like this. I'm just going to use a random Xbox game. Hold it up like this and say, here's my copy of Secret Life of Pets 1 or 2 or maybe both, depending on what kind of person you are. Now take it and yeet it or break it or do this or go throw it in a fire. Do something to break the movie. Sonic Forces, you're a good game. I'm sorry for treating you so harshly. Let's move on. Hop is an interesting movie. Don't know if I liked it or not. It was very weird, I'll say that. That is the first Illumination movie to not just be fully animated, and to be fair, it was only the second movie. Let's hit it off with an Easter story about a rabbit who doesn't want to be the Easter bunny, who wants to be a drummer, who finds his way into the real world by going through a magical portal that they somehow have to Earth, but they don't want them to go to Earth. What's with that? So then they meet this Sonic the Hedgehog guy who doesn't have a job. Their parents are failing him. Sister gets him a job at the video game company, and then this rabbit turns his life around. What's the deal with that? What's the deal with this movie? Like, this is the lowest rating Illumination movie, and gonna be rude here, I see that. I see why people hate this movie. But it's like, Secret Life of Pets was way worse than this movie. I told you guys, like, all these movies ahead are way up. I don't like Secret Life of Pets movies. Like, I saw it, like, once, and then my grandma thought it was too inappropriate. So, didn't watch it for a long time, then I realized, you know what? I'm just gonna, like, and then I realized, like, what's so violent about those movies? Those movies were made for infants, guys! And I watched it when I was 7. I watched it when I was 6, and then I didn't see it again until, like, I was 9. They just kept it from me. God. Give me a second. I'm still talking about Secret Life of Pets on the Hop segment. Yeah, Hop is just like, and then there's this weird villain who's like, I'm gonna be the Easter Bunny even though I'm a chicken. Ah! What's the deal with that guy? Just get him off. Just get him off. No one cares. No one gives a cuss word. So, yeah, this movie deserves its rating. Better than Secret Life of Pets 1. Definitely better than the second one. So let's go ahead and move on. This next one, because of its memes, might just surprise you of where it is on my list. And you know I'm a huge meme fan, so if you know what I'm talking about, you can skip that if you don't want to hear my opinion on it. My bad, I misplaced it on my list. The one after this one is the memes. This one doesn't have a lot of memes with it. I just checked my list. Sorry, it's not what you think it is. So just bear with me. The one after this is what I'm talking about. Minions gets weird over time. I saw it when I was 5 years old. That was fun. Fun movie, guys. And then you did better with the sequel. Gotta hand it to them. They did great. You gotta admit, with the sequel. This movie just felt weird after a while. It felt like a weird plot. It felt like everything was weird. This was not the correct prequel to Despicable Me. This was the wrong one. This one shouldn't have been a movie. This one should have started with the rise of Gru. Instead of them trying to look for a worthless boss, they gotta work for this weird lady who wants to be the Queen of England. Where did that come from? Why is more than half of the movie is set in London? Why? What? No offense to you guys out there, but it's just like, why? Why do we need that? Like, London is just like, it's a fine place. I've never been, but it's just like, why is more than half the movie set there? And what's with the weird guy? And this movie just is very confusing. It's set in 1960, so it doesn't appeal to me. Might appeal to you old ones out there, but, I mean, I'd rather have an 80s or 90s reference, because if you know me, I love old stuff. So, not 60s references, guys. Like 90s, like, you got your, like, 80s and 90s, you got your NES, and you got your VHS players. So, I love those kind of things. I don't understand what the Nixon reference in the movie. I don't understand. Just leave me from my suffering. Just leave me here to die with Minions. I mean, I own a copy of Minions. I love the Minions. Like they're like they're so cute. I just love the Minions. But this one just gets weird after a while, and I'm sorry to rank it so low. But other people hate it. I don't want. Well, it's not like I don't want to feel left out. This is my ranking video. Look at my ceiling. I'll watch it again from time to time. But I'd rather watch any Pixar movie than... No, that's not true. I'd rather watch this than pretty much... I don't know. I'd much rather watch this than Coco, is what be honest. So this one is not bad when I put it on from time to time for my little brother when I babysit in the mornings. I get paid for it. If I can get paid for watching the Minions, sign me up. I'll watch your Minions movies, Illumination. Don't forget to sponsor me and let's move on. I'm gonna get copyrighted for this video anyway. After looking it up, the first Lorax movie came out in 1972, and then we get this! We have gone a long way from that to getting all sorts of memes with this one. Let's give them a round of applause for a mediocre movie starring Danny DeVito. And, like, all the actors did phenomenal. Gotta give them that much. Other than that, this movie's fine. But the best part about it the best part about it is this. How bad can I be? I just wanted to make a meme there, but that song is honestly one of the best songs in Illumination history. Turn back on. Stupid light. There you go. But just like, yeah, this movie has its memes, it has fun. But the thing that I just realized upon rewatching is this song here. My name is Dan, and my name's Rose. Our son Wesley kind of grows, and that's not good, so we suppose we should let it grow. First of all, let's say my son just starts randomly, like, swims in radiation and glows. I wouldn't wait for a couple days to start singing a song about pollution to think about, oh no, our sun is or something glows. Not good? Not good? I would be freaking out if my son was glowing. What do you mean that's not good? He could be contaminated with all sorts of chemicals. Not good! I apologize for that. Just gonna move on. After one more thing. Not good! Out of the three, Despicable Me 2 is easily the boringest. It's fine. It's an okay movie. You did that much. Just a little bit better than the Lorax. Not as good as the others. But, yeah, it's like, you meet a lot of characters that get uses in the Minions sequel, so that's good. We meet his love interest. That's good. We didn't do that in the first movie. But it is weird how the same voice actor also voiced the fat Harry Potter lady in the first movie, so you have that. Also, should this be a new character? Like, when I'm criticizing someone, should this be it? Here, I'm gonna do it real quick. Now, you fool, Despicable Me 2 is the second best one. It goes in order. According to my Rotten Tomatoes, it goes in order, Jack. Change it now. No, not true. Nope, this is just fine. It's a fine movie. It has its laughs there, but the rest of them have better laughs. It's just, like, I don't have too much to say. Just, this movie's fine. It's just an okay movie. Not as good as the others. There you go. Awkward transition. I'm bad at editing. I know what you're all thinking. You did not put Despicable Me 3 over Despicable Me 2. And the only reason I did that is because this movie is way more funny. Steve Carell really branched out with his character and then created a duplicate. That was brilliant. This is a brilliant movie. The only thing that brings this whole movie down is because how much this character's in this movie. Balthazar Brat, get out. You are my least favorite Illumination villain. Not least favorite. There are some worse, like Zero Best villain. Oh gosh. But yeah, you're not my least favorite. But I just you're annoying. Get out of here. If you're Trey Parker, I'm sorry, but if you're watching this movie, you your voice is fine. Just I wish your character wasn't in the movie as much. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say about but the plot just kind of messes up with the minions, and it doesn't tie together. But it's the funniness and the weirdness of the movie that makes it what it is. That's what we're going to wrap it up for today's episode, actually. We are actually going to continue it in the next episode. We're going to finish the list off with the top 6. I will see you next time. Goodbye.